sport exhaust system, carbon fiber package, and Daytona Gray Pearl paint. This is a 2026 Audi RS3. Looks, style, performance, luxury, it's all here. And we need to check it out here at Audi Lakeland and see what it's all about for this 2026 model year. What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rides. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video where we have our second RS3 for the 2026 model year here at Audi Lakeland. And well, we got some more. Now keep in mind, last year we only had one 2025 RS3, and well, the previous year we only had one 2024 RS3. We're already on our second one, and this time this one's a Daytona Gray Pearl and it has a carbon fiber package. You guys are gonna wanna check this one out. I think this is a more modestly spec'd one, even with those two major options. So with no further ado, let's check this thing out and see what it's all about for the 2026 model year. Now, big shout out to Audi Lakeland here in Florida for letting me take a spin around this RS3 in Daytona Gray Pearl. Now, if you guys want this model or any other models that they have here in their lineup, make sure you guys check the links down in the description below, all right, for the website link. Their phone number is there as well. You guys can check out their inventory, all right, give them a call and get one of these beautiful cars off of this pavement and out there on the streets today. Now, you probably want to know what's new for the 2026 model year. And since we got a refresh in 2025, Audi really builds on what that refresh model was in 2025 with this 2026 RS3. Now, that includes standardized tech upgrades. You know, navigation, traffic sign recognition, a head-up display, along with a revised torque splitting algorithm for enhanced agility. So the key takeaway is the RS3 for 2026 is essentially a more technological, endowed, and better value version of the already impressive 2025 model, with the included maintenance package, standard tech offering a compelling upgrade. And you guys will see that the core driving experience, thanks to the unchanged engine and revised handling electronics, remains exceptionally thrilling in both models. Now, I know you guys want to know what's underneath the hood of the RS3, and this model is going to be a little different from our first 2026 RS3 because it does not have the Dynamic Plus package, which is the track package with different performance figures. So listen closely. Front engine, quattro all-wheel drive, turbocharged, intercooled, 20-valve, inline 5 with an aluminum block and head, and port and direct fuel injection. Now, what does that mean for power? Well, we're looking at 394 horses and 369 pound-feet of torque. Now, with that quattro 7-speed S-Tronic dual clutch automatic transmission, well, with that RS drive and RS torque splitter, we're looking at a 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. All right, and we have a top speed limited to 155 miles per hour without that Dynamic Plus package. If you have the Dynamic Plus, it takes you up to 180 miles per hour. But with that said, we do have the sport exhaust system, so this would be a good opportunity to hear what this RS3 has to say. Now, when we mention dimensions for the 2026 RS3, we're looking at a wheelbase of 103.6 inches. We have a length at 178.5 inches, a width at 72.9 inches, and a height at 55.8 inches with an overall curb weight of 3,559 pounds. So our first Daytona Gray Pearl RS3. And keep in mind, this is somewhat of a modest spec. I mean, really, what you're gonna see up front is our carbon package, and that's going to be on your inlays. But other than that, everything else is standard when it comes to the front fascia. So first, the Daytona Gray Pearl paint shining in the Florida sun per usual, even on this chilly day. You will also see gray anthracite Audi rings is standard on the RS3. We have the diamond pattern grille, functional up top, Fox in the center with the integrated sensors, and then we get back functional on the lower half with our radar right there. Now, you will also see with this gloss black grille here, we do have a functional feed through on the very lower half. We do have that Daytona Gray Pearl when it comes to the front lip as well. And then we go to the side here where we have more gloss black, especially when it comes to the diamond pattern grille, functional feed through for cooling there. And then you will see the integrated sensor there with the carbon fiber inlays, part of our carbon fiber package. Let me get out of the way because my shadow is there, so you guys can see that carbon fiber weave looking brilliant with the air inlays there, functional feed through, of course. And then the beautiful LED lights we will have illuminated very shortly. High beams, low beams, the DRLs, turn indicators. All this together looks brilliant. Very RS3 sportiness and aggressiveness. And well, it doesn't change when it comes to this 2026 model year. Now let's talk about this side profile. While it may look like a sleeper with this Daytona Gray Pearl paint, it hides a lot of its natural accents, flares, and what you guys have when it comes to this setup, because the carbon fiber package is playing a big role here. All right, first off, the 19-inch 10 cross-spoke design wheels with the dark gray matte finish is part of that carbon fiber package. Yes, it is. Now you will also see that we have summer tires. Yes, the Bridgestones here that look brilliant on this setup. You guys will also see red calipers with the RS badging, and we do have the drilled rotors there as well for stopping power. This thing is a beast. Now, keep in mind, we do have a carbon package, and I know we're looking at a wheel here, and it's part of a carbon package. Where's the carbon? Well, it's on the mirror cap right there as well, with the turn indicator integrated in, and check out the side skirt, done in carbon fiber. All right, then we have our Daytona Gray Pearl when it comes to our door handles. We have gloss black when it comes to the window moldings, B pillar and C pillar. And we also have our big sunroof here going all the way back to here with our gloss black shark fin antenna, putting it all together. Again, it looks subtle. You get up close and you know what we're working with when it comes to the carbon package on this 2026 RS3. Now the rear looks so sick because of one major thing, and that is that carbon fiber package. When I say that the carbon fiber package gives you so much value, it just adds to the overall flair of this thing. I mean, it's already aggressive, it's already super sporty, but then you add that and you really get that performance look. We're talking about this ginormous carbon fiber trunkless spoiler looking absolutely brilliant, with that Daytona Gray Pearl paint just shining through. The materials look awesome. Great anthracite Audi rings. And then of course we have the LED tails here as well, looking bright and beautiful. Now you also see the RS3 badging done with the red strike through, and of course in black, and then come down to the lower half because we're not done with the carbon fiber package. Check out the integrated sensors there, and then check out the carbon fiber rear bumper insert here. I mean, come on, that is absolutely gorgeous, going from one side to the next. Now we have the gloss black rear diffuser. We have that F1 style brake light, or reflector here, shall I say, done in the center here in that vertical setup. Shark fin on the rear diffuser with a functional feed through. Yeah, that is airflow right there as well, helping with that performance. And then we're not done, because we do have the vertical reflectors right here on the side as well with this insert. And then we have, of course, the black tip sport exhaust that you guys heard earlier. Dual exhaust, oval valves, sport sound. It is just one amazing, incredible, and very complete rear end when it comes to this 2026 RS3. Now when it comes to our cargo space, we're looking at around 8 cubic feet inside. Pretty deep right there, right? 40-20-40 split when it comes to those rear folding seats. You guys will also see we do have our RS3 branded all-weather mats. You guys will see that in the sticker breakdown. All right, you will also see that we do have an extra storage cubby right here on this side. And then of course we do have the 12 volt right there as well. I'm not sure how well you guys can see that. 12 volt plug-in, little extra cubby on this side, but no extra storage. And then you will see that we do have a false floor. Lift that up, and your battery is stored underneath here as well. And you have more storage in those pockets there as well. Tire inflate kit should be right underneath. And then that's it. That is your storage on the 2026 RS3. What do you guys think when it comes to trunk space? Now when it comes to fuel economy, we're looking at 23, 20, 29. That means 23 combined city and highway, 20 for the city, 29 miles per gallon for the highway, and of course premium fuel goes inside of this RS3. And now, as promised, I wanted to show you guys the illumination on this 2026 RS3. I tried to put it in the shadow here so the light wouldn't drown it out too much with this Florida sun, but you guys can see we have the sequential turn indicators there, the dancing DRLs, the high beams and low beams there, looking absolutely brilliant in that lighting housing. And then of course in that carbon fiber mirror cap, you will see the amber turn indicator there. And then in the rear, we also have those LED tails, sequential for the turn indicators, looking absolutely stunning with this whole package. What do you guys think when it comes to illumination on the RS3? So now we've ventured off inside of this beautiful RS3. And a lot of what you guys see here is standard. We didn't add any additional options when it comes to the interior on this RS3. So you're seeing these beautiful sport bucket seats. We have the honeycomb stitching. We have the RS engraving here as well, with the standard sunroof, with the manual adjust sunshade here to close that up. You also see we do have extra thigh support here in the seats. as well. All right. With these seats, they are also heated. Standard across the board. You guys will see the door paneling here. We have the injection molded plastic up top. We have the dark trim with the ambient lighting inserted in, feeding right into the door handle. Lock controls, seat memory here on this dark trim for the door pull. And then you guys will see we have that laser etched Dynamica door card with the nice soft touch on the armrest and stitching there as well. Trunk release, and we have our Sonos sound system standard as well with the RS3 side still here. You also see the dead pedal, brake pedal, and gas pedal have aluminum with the rubber grippies there too. Close it up. Again, you're seeing a lot of standard stuff. I mean, even the Audi Virtual Cockpit 12.3 inch is standard. All right, so first things first, our flat bottom steering wheel, perforated all the way through, flat bottom and top to be exact. You guys will see that this is a manual adjust telescopic steering wheel, so we pull that and adjust it to however we need be. Behind there, you will also see our driver assistance when it comes to cruise control there. You guys will also see we do have our lane keep here with the high beam lights, and we have our wipers here as well. Behind the steering wheel, we also have these nice dark trimmed paddle shifters with the functional feed through as well there. All right, and then the Audi rings right here on the airbag, 3-spoke design when it comes to the steering wheel, dark trim with the RS badging and gloss black there as well. Again, just absolutely gorgeous. We have a couple buttons we need to talk about in just a moment up there. But before we get there, right-hand side, we do have our hands-free voice controls. We also have our radio controls here as well. And then on the left-hand side, well, we do have our menu controls for our 12.3-inch Audi Virtual Cockpit Plus. So let's use the buttons here to press left and go to, radio. We have our fuel, for our notifications. We also have our date and time, everything like that, but we can go back to navigation there. But say I want to expand the navigation. Well, let's press view, and it changes the view to the full navigation screen, right? Still lets me know my fuel is low right there, so that is a warning there as well. Press it again, and we're back there. So you can do a lot of things when it comes to going up and down, back, forward, and selecting when it comes to using this and putting the information there that you would want to change, all right? So keep that in mind. Now you also see up top, we do have that injection molded plastic up top with the Sonos sound system and the A-pillar right here. We also have the dark trim around the bezel and for the HVAC vents with the gloss black center vent. And then you will see this nice kind of like, I don't want to say carbon look when it comes to this dark trim here, all right? It's a nice smooth finish, but it's a textured finish, which looks really cool. And then you have your light beam controls there for low beam lights and gloss black when it comes to overall bezel here. Then, of course, extra storage down here, insurance registration, things like that. Come over top, the Audi MMI system that you guys are used to for the RS3 and for A3 models is here, all right? So it's the same one that you guys have been seeing the past couple of years. Very seamless. The design is functional, user-friendly. It is quick. The graphical user interface is working very well here, and you have all the options and customizations you may need for this MMI system. You guys are going to love using this because of its ease of use. Now, that nice textured finish when it comes to the dash goes over to the glove box where you see the Quattro badge right there, letting you guys know what we're working with the HVAC vents above that. Flat dash, which is really nice up there, and then glove box right here. Now we come to the center here, you guys will see we have our dual zone climate controls with our heated seating, LCD screen there for that. Now we're gonna go to drive mode selector, and this is the reason why I skipped these buttons here. I'm gonna talk about them, but drive mode selector, if I press that, I have comfort, auto, and dynamic, but I also have RS individual and RS performance. Now I can press it from the drive select screen here, right? But if I wanted to get to RS individual, I can just press the red RS button there. Now RS individual is there. I get a new tact screen here. Front and center, the RPMs are right there for me to shift and do my thing, right? If I want to get to, I'll go back to drive select. If I want to get back to RS performance, press the checkered flag. Now I'm at RS performance, and you hear those exhaust valves pop open, and now we're working with something serious, all right? Your most aggressive mode is gonna be your RS performance mode. So it sounds brilliant with the exhaust right now. So that's how you get there. I just wanted to show you guys that once we go to drive select, we can either use the drive mode selectors there for the drive modes there, or you can use the buttons here if you want to get into RS individual and RS performance. Now you also can turn off your traction here, and then you guys will see we do have our hazard buttons here, and then you press that, you guys will get your backup camera and the park assist and everything there. We don't have the top view camera here. I'll explain once we get to the sticker breakdown. We also have our park assist right here. You guys will see that, and then driver assistance right here. Oops, let me turn that off first. Now turn off park assist, and now driver assistance. Okay, so you guys will see that pop up there. All right, there we go. I'm being a noob at all this. Now you also will see USB-C plugins here with our wireless phone charging, which I'm using right there. Gloss black on the central tunnel with the radio controls here. Our start stop button right there, nice with the red. And then you will see our gear selector between drive. We have our drive manual mode there. If we go back again, turns this into S1 performance. You guys will also see we have neutral and reverse, bringing up that backup camera and the sensors again. Press P for park. And then we also have our electric parking brake right here with our 12 volt, our cup holders, little extra storage here, armrests here, and then a little bit more storage there. Also, you probably want to see this key fob here. We have aluminum on the backside with lock, trunk release, and unlock Audi rings. And then we have the RS badging here with the panic button and physical key right there. All right, then look up top, digital rearview mirror with home link controls. And then you will see we do have our buttons there, if it will focus in, there we go, for our sliding glass roof. Also for our dome light, settings, SOS, it's all up top there. Then of course the visors for the driver and passenger side with the mirror and light right there as well. The RS3, again, a modest spec inside because of everything I just showed you was standard on this model, all right? So we didn't really do much here. We added a couple of things, and I definitely think it spruced it up just enough to feel like you got something even more special than it was out of the box. Now, when we hop inside of the rear, we're looking at around 40 cubic feet of passenger space for this 2026 RS3 in the same beautiful materials as up front. You guys will see the seats to start, honeycomb stitching, black seats, looking just as brilliant as they feel once you sit in them. Let's hop in the back. We can see plenty of knee wiggle room here. You sit back here very comfortably, all right? You have storage space on the passenger side and the driver's side backrest. You also have your HVAC vents here as well, and then you have your USB-C plugins right there. We do have an armrest. Pull that back and you'll see the cup holders hidden there. Then we have our dome light up here as well. Nice LED finish. And then the door paneling here. The injection molded plastic up top, dark trim, comes to the overall bezel and door handle, the ambient lighting right there as well, dark trim when it comes to the door pull. We have the dynamic door cards there, and we do have the soft touch on the armrest with the stitching there as well. We do have the Sonos sound system there as well, and extra cubby. Close it up. Very solid when it comes to the door pull. We do have some natural light coming up from that adjustable sunroof there. All right, I mean, this is a great place to be inside the back of the RS3. Now, I know we have the little sticker this time around, but let's take a look at the 2026 RS3 when it comes to this Maroni and sticker breakdown, with a starting price at $66,100, and then after our additional options and $1295 destination charge, looking at a total price of $71,580. Now, why not $72,580 or $72,880 here that you guys see? Well, it's because, well, we took off the top view camera and that subtracted $500. Now, you guys probably can't even see that. It's still pretty blurry how small that text is, but it's here. So I'll read it off to you guys, because how did we get to our $71,580 price tag? Well, our Daytona Gray Pearl paint is $590, but our black interior, that's included. Now, the carbon package, the big one, $2,850. It gives us the 19-inch 10 cross spoke design wheels with the dark matte gray finish, summer tires, black wheel center caps, carbon mirror caps, carbon rear spoiler, carbon side sill inlays for the front air inlets. That is $2,850. Now, we do have the sport exhaust system with black tips, $1,000 for that. Any Audi Guard all-weather floor mats, $240 for that. That's it. That's why I say kind of a modest spec, right? We do have a couple great things that add awesome value, but we kept it pretty chill when it comes to additional options. Now, everything here you guys see, technical, comfort, technology, safety, and convenience, is all standard. Make sure you guys pause, zoom in, screenshot, or check the link in the description below so you guys can see Audi Lakeland's website link and get the full sticker breakdown on these standard options, like the warranty information at 4 years, 50,000 miles. But with that said, what do you guys think about this new RS3 for the 2026 model year? So it's $71,580. What do you guys feel about this RS3 in this spec with Daytona Gray Pearl, the carbon package, the sport exhaust? Let me know, is this a good, modest spec? Just enough value for the money? Drop those comments down below. If you guys did enjoy the video today, well, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. But also make sure you guys check the links down in the description below for Audi Lakeland's website link and their phone number, where you guys can give them a call, check out the inventory, get these cars off of this lot and into your driveway today. And make sure you guys also subscribe to the channel, but click the notification bell so you don't miss one video. And we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.